Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Ball into the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Ball into the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Ball into the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Ball into the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
cutback in the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
Oh, to the smooth boards, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Falling in the cutback in the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
Oh, to the smooth boards, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Falling in the cutback in the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
Oh, to the smooth boards, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Falling in the cutback in the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
Oh, to the smooth boards, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Falling in the cutback in the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
Oh, to the smooth boards, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. I see ya!
What a save!
Falling with a cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
Into the smooth boards, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. I see ya!
What a save!
Falling with a cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
Into the smooth boards, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. I see ya!
What a save!
Falling with a cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
Into the smooth boards, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. I see ya!
What a save!
Falling with a cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
Into the smooth boards, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. I see ya!
What a save!
Falling with a cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Falling in the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque Soul. We are Soul. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Falling in the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque Soul. We are Soul. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Falling in the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque Soul. We are Soul. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Falling in the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque Soul. We are Soul. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Falling in the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire. And there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Ball into the cutback of the left foot. And he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire. And there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Ball into the cutback of the left foot. And he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire. And there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Ball into the cutback of the left foot. And he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire. And there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Ball into the cutback of the left foot. And he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire. And there's the man. little shake. I see ya!
What a save!
Falling in the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
Into the Snoop Lawrence, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. I see ya!
What a save!
Falling in the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
Into the Snoop Lawrence, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. I see ya!
What a save!
Falling in the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
Into the Snoop Lawrence, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. I see ya!
What a save!
Falling in the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
Into the Snoop Lawrence, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. I see ya!
What a save!
Falling in the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Falling in the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque Soul. We are Soul. It's Soul Soccer time.
And it's Luke Lawrence, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Falling in the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque Soul. We are Soul. It's Soul Soccer time.
And it's Luke Lawrence, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Falling in the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque Soul. We are Soul. It's Soul Soccer time.
And it's Luke Lawrence, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Falling in the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque Soul. We are Soul. It's Soul Soccer time.
And it's Luke Lawrence, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Falling in the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque Soul. We are Soul. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
What a save!
Ball into the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque Soul. We are Soul. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
What a save!
Ball into the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque Soul. We are Soul. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
What a save!
Ball into the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque Soul. We are Soul. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
What a save!
Ball into the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque Soul. We are Soul. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. I see ya!
What a save!
Falling to the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
To the smooth arms, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man.
A little shake. I see ya!
What a save!
Falling to the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
To the smooth arms, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man.
A little shake. I see ya!
What a save!
Falling to the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
To the smooth arms, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man.
A little shake. I see ya!
What a save!
Falling to the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
To the smooth arms, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man.
A little shake. I see ya!
What a save!
Falling to the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo!
What a save!
Falling to the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque Soul, we are Soul. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo!
What a save!
Falling to the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque Soul, we are Soul. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo!
What a save!
Falling to the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque Soul, we are Soul. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo!
What a save!
Falling to the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque Soul, we are Soul. It's Soul Soccer time.
And he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo!
What a save!
Falling to the
putback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque Soul. We are Soul. It's Soul Soccer time.
Into the smooth boards, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man.
A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Ball into the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque Soul. We are Soul. It's Soul Soccer time.
Into the smooth boards, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man.
A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Ball into the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque Soul. We are Soul. It's Soul Soccer time.
Into the smooth boards, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man.
A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Ball into the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque Soul. We are Soul. It's Soul Soccer time.
Into the smooth boards, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man.
A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Ball into the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque Soul. We are Soul. It's Soul Soccer time.
Into the smooth boards, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man.
A little shake. I see ya!
What a save!
Falling to the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
Into the smooth boards, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man.
A little shake. I see ya!
What a save!
Falling to the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
Into the smooth boards, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man.
A little shake. I see ya!
What a save!
Falling to the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
Into the smooth boards, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man.
A little shake. I see ya!
What a save!
Falling to the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
Into the smooth boards, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man.
A little shake. I see ya!
What a save!
Falling to the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque sold. We are sold. It's Soul Soccer time.
And it's Luke Lawrence, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Ball into the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque Soul, we are Soul. It's Soul Soccer time.
And it's Luke Lawrence, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
It's Soul Soccer time.
And it's Luke Lawrence, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man. A little shake. Isaiah!
Golazo! What a save!
Ball into the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque Soul, we are Soul.
From the Duke City in Albuquerque, New Mexico, at the University of New Mexico soccer field, Adam Deal along with Sebastian Noel here. You're watching ProView Sports Network, streaming live on the Albuquerque Soul YouTube channel. It's the season ender for the Albuquerque Soul as they play host to Ogden City Soccer Club. Now, the Soul have officially taken third place in the Mountain Division. We'll go over the standings in just a moment. It's not going to matter their result here because they cannot make the playoffs. They can't catch FC Tucson anymore. We'll go over that in a moment as well, Sebastian. But a nice crowd, a nice ending here tonight, and hopefully the Soul can get back to even as they are 4-5-4 in the season.
Well, everyone said it's coming home, and clearly they were talking about the Golden Rattler. After a win against Tucson, they won the Golden Rattler, and you could argue that the Soul are playing their best football right now. They're really in form. Teams are going to be pretty happy that they just missed out on the playoffs because it's going to be hard to find a forward playing better in the PDL right now than Luke Lawrence.
And Luke Lawrence has been red hot. He's been on fire, scoring in his last 4 games, and he also had a hat trick 2 games ago, Sebastian, and so he's playing the best right now that he's played, I think, since he's joined the Soul 3 years ago. And so a lot of these players are familiar faces as you take a look at some of the gorgeous views. We're a little bit late on kickoff time because there was rain, and of course the Albuquerque type of rain, you never know when it is, lightning delay, and so Ogden, they actually thought that they needed more time to warm up, so the officials gave them more time to warm up, and that's kind of how we're waiting on to get going here.
Yeah, and I'm sure the Soul are looking forward to it. And not just Luke Lawrence, but in the midfield with Quinn Falling and Isaiah Madrid, and in particular Noe Mesa has really stood out the last couple of weeks. So if you're Justin Sells, you're going to be pretty happy going forward, knowing that you peaked at the end of the season. You have some things to build going forward. There's been seasons where they've kind of limped into the end of the season. That hasn't been the case this year, Adam.
There is Tim Keller,
my friend the mayor, Adam.
Yeah, you did a game with him in the Duke City championship game where Duke City Gladiators won it against Sioux City. He actually jumped on air with you. He's gonna announce the
Hometown Hero
Hero Award. as both teams make their way on. The Albuquerque Soul, they're on all black, trimmed up in white. You see on the right-hand side. And Ogden City, it's their inaugural season. It's their first season. They've had some bumps, undoubtedly. Just 9 points in the Mountain Division in PDL in the Western Conference, and they're 2-8-3 on the season.
Yeah, growing pains in the PDL, of course, when you start out as an expansion team. The Hometown Hero program, something that the team announced at St. Pius. I did try to nominate you, Adam, but when I clicked submit, it said submission not valid. I don't know what that was all about, but so they asked for.
I thought I was winning the award.
Right?
I still might. We don't know.
Yeah,
he hasn't announced it yet.
Be. So, a local supporter, someone from the community is going to get that honor from Mayor Keller here before the kickoff.
The Soul's training and technical staff consists of head coach Justin Sells.
And before we talk about soccer, Adam, the Soul is really always pretty entrenched in the community.
Very much so.
There's always a theme night every night, whether it be Pat Grange night or anything like that. So that's something that Ron Patel and Larry Espinosa have started. Obviously, Ron's moved on, but Larry's still here, so that's important.
Absolutely, and there was a great tailgate. It's about a 3-hour party that was going on outside of this stadium, and it's free food. It was all catered. You can go up and have a couple of drinks. I know that you were trying to get a couple of drinks, but we had to cut you off.
Right. Well, yeah, that's in my contract that I can't do that. But yeah, it always is nice to see actually before every Soul game. Usually the community's out front. The soccer community comes together well in Albuquerque, doesn't it?
Well, right now, PA announcing the starting lineups, and we'll take a look at it right now. This is Ogden City, and this is how they'll line up.
Number 14,
See Milne up top. In the back, it's Alexander Neff and Aaron Caprio. Your right back is Matt Lockwood. Left back is Peyton Pemberton. The midfield consists of Connor Coletti. Also Zachary Moss and Carlos Gomez. Jerome Farnsworth on the outside mid, and the two forwards, Luis Vargas and Skylar Milne.
Number 7, Zach Moss.
You look through some of their statistics, you're going to expect a lot of service from Becerra Gomez up ahead to Vargas and company. But defensively, they might have a tough time against Alex Touche and Pat Pacheco back there.
Well, and Alex Touche has been fantastic, the center back. And now let's take a look at the starting lineup now for the Albuquerque Soul. And so the Soul, of course, Luke Lawrence, we just talked about him. He's been absolutely on fire, one of the best forwards in PDL this season. You've got Quinn Falling outside mid, Jason Velasquez, who's been really playing well as well. In the midfield, Mesa, Madrid, Hernandez, Mikowski's on the outside, the two center backs, Pacheco and Touche, and Urbani's on the outside along the right side, and then Eric Estrada, your goalie.
One thing that will speak to how well the Soul have been playing, Adam, if you were with us early in the season, you saw a different lineup and a different formation almost every time out, but towards the end of the season, Justin Sells was really settled on some familiar faces because clearly the chemistry has been there the last month of the season.
Number 25, Alex Touche.
How big has Isaiah Madrid been this season for the Soul? I have a feeling he's going to find himself maybe getting into a couple of camps at a higher level, maybe the USL level. I think he's ready for it. What do you think?
Yeah, he might not have to go very far to play at the next level, right?
Absolutely.
I've said this for a couple of years since watching him. He's worth the price of admission alone. He just plays at such a high pace. I know it's a cliche, but the motor, he just never stops. And you see that's usually what triggers their offense is when he can get a ball, take it away, and then automatically trigger the break the other direction. He just plays with a physicality and a speed that's sometimes not matched on the pitch.
Additionally, you hinted towards it that maybe Isaiah Madrid doesn't have to go far. USL has just been announced, USL New Mexico, a couple of months ago, that it's going to start their inaugural season, the 2019 USL year. We'll have Peter Trevisani. He'll come on, the owner and president of USL New Mexico. So he'll come on later this half to join us.
And obviously, Mr. Trevisani and company, they've been at some of these games watching, and Isaiah is one of those players that stands out. Even if you're only casually watching, just what he does on the pitch stands out. And obviously Peter hasn't announced coaching staff or anything like that, but if eyes are on the Soul, that's someone that definitely stands out.
Absolutely. We will pause here for the national anthem. That was Jocelyn Lawrence. Here is Tim Keller.
Remember, the second time's always the best. Good evening, Soul fans. That's what I like. Hey, a couple of weeks ago, we started an announcement for the heart and soul of Albuquerque in search of a hometown hero. After receiving many, many nominations, I have to say we found one. And did we ever find one? It's pretty impressive. I'm going to speak to you of someone that was part of the 119th cadet class, and her first night on the job, she received a noise complaint. She went and encountered an individual who had an outstanding felony homicide warrant. She was able to notify her peers, and they were able to take the man into custody. Pretty good for a first night on the job. Not to be outdone, 3 weeks later, during that rainstorm in the middle of June, there was a woman that tried to attempt to take her life and jump in the arroyo. Once again, this officer took off on a 500-yard sprint, jumped into the arroyo after her, pulled her out, performed CPR, and the woman managed to live. We at the Soul are proud to recognize this, and we're honored to have Mayor Keller here to announce our hometown hero.
So we are going to honor this outstanding officer in our community in just a moment. But before we do that officially, I just want to say thank you to all the amazing Soul fans who are out here this evening. What a great team we've got on the field. We're lucky in Albuquerque to have the Soul, and this is a great soccer city. You know, we know whether it's our youth leagues growing up, it's our competitive high school programs, all the way through to that UNM soccer team we hope we're going to have, to the Soul, and then to our, of course, other teams that are coming in the spring. We are so grateful that the Soul has led the charge for professional soccer in Albuquerque. Thank you all for being a part of that. And thank you, Lencho, who's a legend in our community, by the way. He's taught like half our city how to play soccer, including my sister-in-laws and my wife. And so we are lucky to have him and the rest of the ownership and management team here at the Soul. And so let me just close a little bit with this. They've got the coolest jerseys in town. Check them out. Try and buy one out at the gate. They also have amazing scarves. You can rock these year-round. And I also want to let you know we're going to continue the soccer tradition tomorrow morning on Civic Plaza, 9 a.m., we're going to watch the World Cup as a city, as a community, and we're going to celebrate soccer, and we're going to celebrate Pregame, and we're going to rock our Soul jerseys at the same time. So let me just reflect on the story that we heard. You know, we have lots of challenges in our community, but we also know there are rays of hope. There are shining stars. There are heroes that are with us every day, keeping us safe. And we know many folks, whether it's police or fire, do that day in and day out. But to go above and beyond the call of duty on your first day and do what you did, officer, thank you so much. And so we want to recognize you, and we also, I think we have some gifts for you that also were mentioned. And so, would you like to say a few words?
Who is she?
Just a couple.
I just want to take a moment to thank everybody in this community for allowing me to serve you, and Mayor Tim Keller for saying the nice words that he did, and thank you.
So ladies and gentlemen, Officer Cockrell, thank you so much, and congratulations this evening.
So there it is, your hometown hero. And well done, Larry Espinosa, the Soul president, on the right-hand side, along with Mayor Tim Keller. And we're ready for some soccer, Sebastian.
That was a pretty impressive list of accomplishments on her very first day on the police force. Wow.
I mean, in one day, she's accomplished more than you could in a lifetime, Sebastian.
Well, sometimes the truth hurts, Adam, but it's true. So yeah, we certainly congratulate her. I think that's the inaugural hometown hero. Adam, one thing I did want to maybe highlight some differences when the Soul play here versus at St. Pius.
Yep.
You're going to really be able to stand out even more at the likes of Isaiah Madrid, Noe Mesa, Luke Lawrence. The short grass, the quicker turf, you know, a player of those calibers can run into open spaces. You can get on the end of a long ball. Maybe that, I think St. Pius almost brings the competition closer together by slowing up the ball.
It does. It's thicker grass at St. Pius in here. You mentioned thinner grass, and now obviously it was raining. It was downpouring earlier, so the pitch is wet. The ball is going to sail a little bit. It's going to be a lot more fast-paced today and this evening, and that should bode well for dribblers and speedy players like Isaiah Madrid.
And it's always been a pretty noticeable difference when we've broadcast games here versus Ben Rios Memorial.
Ready to rock and roll. And black trimmed up in white. It's the Albuquerque Soul. The Mountain Division in the Western Conference in PDL, it's led and won by the Colorado Rapids U23 team. They had 28 total points in 13 games. FC Tucson, 22 points. They solidify second. Now, the Soul had a chance to steal second from them in a game you and I did, Sebastian, a week ago, in which the Soul blew a lead, a 2-goal lead actually, and tied 3-3. So FC Tucson finishes with 22 points. The Soul currently right now at 16 points, trying to get to 19 points with a win. The Switchbacks right behind the Soul have finished their season at 15 points, and then Ogden City at 2-8-3 on the season, 9 points.
Well, I think when they look back at the season, that'll be the story of the season. There were just too many nights where the Soul should have had 3. They were the better team on the pitch, but they came away with 1 point versus the 3 points.
Right,
Thus, they're not in the playoffs.
Time in 2018. It's time for Albuquerque Soul Soccer. Fans, get to your feet. Let's get loud and show our boys off in style. Let's go, Soul!
Ready to go left to right. Ogden City will kick it off. 45-minute halves. It's the last game of the season here in 2018.
Heard Mayor Keller say that he will be expecting a big crowd tomorrow morning at Civic Plaza for the World Cup.
Underway. And Ogden City will go high immediately, and this almost like a through ball gets through, but Jerome Farnsworth wasn't quick enough, and here's Pat Pacheco. Now, Pacheco, man of many talents, Sebastian. He can play in the midfield. He can even play out wide. Today, he's a center back. No Edgar Davila. Mikowski going to combine in the midfield to Isaiah Madrid. And Madrid will check all the way back to get himself involved in the game early. Almost plays as a defensive role to start. Head is one on the outside, and there's Quinn Falling who wins it. Second ball, Mesa. And all the way back, it could be switched here by Touche. Touche going to keep it. There's some room for Madrid. Madrid's going to go through, and it's too far out in front. He was looking for Luke Lawrence. Just mistimed it that time.
It's a good example there of a ball that probably checks up at St. Pius. Just couldn't get on the end of it there, Lawrence and Falling. It's a bit of an adjustment, right, Adam? You played. Maybe by the second half, that weight is a little better on that.
Now, they've been pushing around the turf, and yet I think going through warm-ups might have gotten used to it a little bit, but they train over at St. Pius, so that's their training facility. Here's a shot, and it takes a deflection and a quick counter the other way over everyone's head. And Ogden, Utah will hold on. That's Tyler Trump, the goalie. So you'll see will try to push high here to put some pressure. There's Mesa. And Mesa almost got a steal. That's a dangerous pass from Trump just to keep it in the midfield, and finally they do. It's kept by Skylar Milne, checking all the way back from up top. And here comes some combination. Slide tackle in the middle. Urbani's going to come through and win it. Quick switch out to Falling. And Falling will keep it all the way back to Touche, who switches it out to Pacheco now. Early here in the 3rd minute, unofficial time. Mikowski's got some room. Mikowski was bodied, and here comes the whistle. So our first whistle of the night. And let's see, does Madrid want a quick start? Yes, he does. Falling back to Madrid on the near side. And look at this. Here's Falling. He's got some space, a cut back into the midfield. Falling, he wants to go through, and it was intercepted. It's a good idea. A little bit late on the delivery, and now a counter the other way.
It was a great idea. Adam Velasquez could have got on the end of it, maybe a second option there as well.
Urbani gives it up in the midfield, and now Ogden can combine up top if they want, and they will. Becerra going to cross it in. Mikowski's the only one there in the back post. Doesn't clear it all the way, but now Madrid is going to go high looking for Luke Lawrence, and out comes Trump. Lawrence was offsides. Trump cleared it away anyway. So it'll be a free kick for Ogden City.
Just by a fraction he was off there. And Trump did a nice job coming out. He sensed the trouble.
Well, here's the right back, Matt Lockwood. He'll switch it all the way across the field. It's a good ball, and it was a good interception by Velasquez. Velasquez back to Pacheco. Here's Urbani. Going to go high, looking for Mesa. It's too far. Some room for the left mid, Zachary Moss. A little touch on the outside. He'll backtrack. Ogden City try to switch. Falling's going to step in front of that one. Falling makes a cut, and that one's taken away. Madrid was overlapping on the near side and wanted it through. Falling just could never get it to him, so quickly Ogden City. That one goes through, and Touche going to chase it down. Could he save a corner? Yes, he can. It'll be a throw-in on the near side.
Such heady defending from Touche there. Just kind of ushered it all the way to the line and then got rid of it. The last possible moment.
Here's some space on the left foot, and that's off the post. It was absolutely crushed. Luis Vargas almost had Ogden City ahead.
Don't think Eric Estrada was expecting the shot that quickly. He just kind of came around the corner a little bit and let one rip. Why not?
It was a rocket, too. Here's a battle in the midfield as Hernandez won it. Falling can't control. Second time, though, ball was loose and Falling was able to get on top of it. Now turned over in the midfield again. Becerra Slide tackle from Alex Touche will clear it away momentarily. A lot of room. Pemberton. That's controlled by Urbani this time. Here's Madrid on top of it. He'll back it out now to Pat Pacheco. Can he keep it? Eric Estrada, the goalie. Some room in the midfield for Hernandez. Look at this. Mesa. He's got a chance. A little chip, and it's 1-0. What a start. As Noah Mesa gets through, and what a classy finish.
He had someone to his left, but Mesa's been playing some of the best soccer of anyone the last 2 weeks of the season, and we've highlighted it match after match. He's played cross after cross after cross into some of his forwards, but finally he gets a chance of his own here, and he finishes it at him.
That's a gorgeous finish. So Noah Mesa,
Your Albuquerque Soul lead 1-0
with a big-time finish. Now the Soul on top, 1-0. You couldn't dream of a better start.
Just a beautiful ball forward right through the center of the pitch. Got Mesa on the end of that nice run.
And Ogden was caught on a quick counterattack. If you remember, Urbani was able to get it out of the midfield real quick. And Hernandez able to start the counter, so it's 1-0. Here's some room on the outside. Look out on the left foot, across the face of the goal, and it just misses.
That was some sloppy defending there, Adam, at the top.
I believe it was the outside mid, Zachary Moss, who came screaming in. That was oh so close to equalizing early.
The initial man kind of missed, tried to get a defensive toe in there. Then Touche came over to clean it up, and he rarely swings and misses himself. That could have been trouble.
Pemberton couldn't control it. Here's Falling. Quinn Falling, he's had a big couple of weeks, hasn't he? As Luke Lawrence, could he track this down? And that's going to go for miles on this wet grass. Out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick.
Mikowski playing the ball forward there that maybe you play it Pius and Luke gets to it, but no chance.
Well, again, if you're just joining us, 6th minute, Noah Mesa with the goal. It's 1-0 Soul on top, ProView Sports Network. So Trump will send one high and deep. Flick on head, and there's some room. Shoved down was Pacheco. Here's a right foot, stays low, and you want to try to skip those off the grass with a wet turf, Sebastian. Was a decent shot from the left back from Peyton Pemberton. But Estrada covers up nicely.
And that was very good officiating by the referee not to get deked there, because he kind of went down and he dragged Pacheco down with him.
Mesa lost it. There's a missed touch, and there's Isaiah Madrid, who's going to get all the way around Velasquez. Touche. Luke Lawrence was looking to go through. Mikowski's going to combine in the midfield. Here is Madrid all the way to the outside again. Mikowski pushes high, the outside back. Madrid going to combine. Look at this. Falling's going to get in. And Falling's touch was too far out in front of him, and it was a good slide tackle to make sure that Falling didn't get across it. It was Matt Lockwood who came screaming in.
Yeah, Lockwood really saved the day there, as that was a golden opportunity there. It's a little slow developing. Nice job getting that ball ahead there by Noe Mesa. And then Falling maybe a little heavy on that first touch. That allowed Lockwood to get the slide tackle in there. He'd like that one again.
So here comes Velasquez. He'll try to swing one in. Velasquez back post, and it's headed. And just clear. I believe it was Alex Touche. We'll take another look at it as there's an Ogden City player down. It's a great ball by Velasquez. Watch it dip right where you want it, Sebastian.
Yeah, Noe Mesa got a head on it there, just sent it over.
Mesa.
But right now, the defender paying the price of that marking and defending. So it looks like Alex Neff is down.
It's taken a while for someone to get over to Alex Neff from the Ogden City bench and check on him.
You know, we didn't see if they collided heads there or what exactly happened. Let's take another look, see if we can see. Yeah, I think that right elbow there of Mesa maybe went into the back of Neff a little bit. Nothing malicious there, just as you're rising, that's going to happen in the box.
Well, Neff is going to step off, and he'll be substituted for now.
Only 2 subs on the sub sheet for Ogden. And that's the captain that's coming off right now, Adam.
Yeah, not a deep bench over there, is it? We'll get Neff's replacement here in just a moment when we can. We're in the 13th minute. It's 1-0. Seoul on top. It was a 6-minute goal by Noah Mesa.
They're going to go with 10 at the moment. No sub yet. So they're getting warm. I don't know if he's going to need a sub, but Seoul are up a man here.
Well, I mean, you would think they'd just throw somebody on, right? I mean, here is Mesa, and he's onside. No, the flag does come up. Again, that back line looking a bit shaky for Ogden City as the through ball has been on so far in the early first half. But, I mean, there is no substitute rule, Sebastian, so you would be curious why they haven't thrown somebody on really quick.
Just the 2 subs. You and I did a game last year where the opposition only traveled 10, remember?
Yes.
And actually they fared pretty
Las
well
Vegas,
considering.
The Mobsters. A lot of skill.
That's good memory there,
Madrid.
The memory of a young Al Michaels.
Al would be fortunate to be compared to me. Here's some combination on the outside, and now it's Becerra. And Becerra will try to chip one on. It's the header to Velasquez by Pacheco, and Urbani's just going to send one forward. Maybe not the player Urbani wants.
You know, Adam, if it was a head injury, they're going to have to be careful with that. I don't know if it was, but I know there's been some talk of that this week about the World Cup and head injuries. I know Taylor Twellman had one of his famous rants about that just this week. And FIFA not really taking care of players with head injuries at the World Cup.
Well, anything Taylor Twellman has to say, I just won't listen to. 15th minute here. Here's Madrid in the midfield. So clever with it. Able to keep it. Backtracking now. Touche can switch it. Mikowski's on the near side. Mikowski had a rough week last week, but did get an assist to put the Seoul on top 3-1 to Velasquez. Falling. I think he didn't know if he wanted to track with the ball or try to pull it down, and last second tried to pull it down, lost it. So it'll be a throw-in. It'll be Matt Lockwood who does the duty.
The right decision there, I think, Adam. I don't think he would have been able to track that down, so he tried to get a poke there and stop it.
Falling, had it deflected. It's Hernandez. Pacheco will switch it. There's a lot of room for a body here. Combination with Velasquez, had his touch tipped away from him. It's a throw into the far side. Quickly to Isaiah Madrid. He's got room in the midfield. Hernandez can switch it all the way to Falling. Mikowski's going to get around now. room for Falling. Falling on a cut of the right foot, good defense. It was stripped away from him. And there's a lot of speed here now as a cut back into the midfield. Falling, though, able to win it back. That's a good tackle from behind. Farnsworth looked like he'd had some room to push forward. He wants a foul, not going to get it. Combination in the middle was too far in front, and Mesa comes back to win it.
Tucson really picked on Mikowski first half last week. And that's what kind of led to some of his struggles in the first half.
This is on sides. Velasquez, he's got Mesa. He's off now this time, though. And the flag is up. The official doesn't know it yet. Now the call comes, and I think that was the right call. Mesa was just a step in front as Velasquez trying to combine with Mesa.
Assistant referee Greg Rash on that far side.
Fans, our nonprofit for this evening is Altamira Specialized Family Services. They're hosting our 50-50 raffle tonight. Please visit their table. Please put down some bucks, and you could be
Here's
the winner.
some room on the outside for Vargas. Now, Ogden City listed as playing 4 in the back, but they're pushing their outside back so high you couldn't tell. Here is a shot on the outside trying to curl it. I believe that was Luis Vargas. It was. Didn't get much on it, though. It was not tested.
They've had trouble switching it to Lockwood's side, but to your point, Adam, he's playing really high up the field.
Madrid, Hernandez, all the way back to Touche. He can switch it if he'd like. He plays Eric Estrada. Get it back here in the 18th minute in the 1-0 lead. Some space now for Pat Pacheco, the center back. It's Madrid back to Pacheco. Light pressure from Ogden City. Mikowski, can he bring it in? Good touch out in front of him, and he's got space to move with. Here comes Mikowski to Mesa, and just lost it in his feet, didn't he?
So rare error for Noah Mesa there. I think they were so preoccupied with staying on side there, Adam, as Ogden's been playing them off a few times.
Yeah, curious the decision to try to play an offside trap so much. I mean, you might get the offsides, but sooner or later the timing's going to be figured out, and that's how Mesa was able to get in.
Number 13 comes in for Ogden. 13 for 4, I assume. I guess 4 is done. Yeah, number 4 is out. Did that sub already happen? No,
That's given away. It's Touche. Touche was able to win it back, fortunately. Took a tough touch, falling now in front of him on the left foot, and he's going to find Mesa. What was he looking for? Madrid. Madrid was saying, hey, I wanted it in a different location. They'll talk it out.
Exiting the game, number 4, Alex Neff. Entering the game, number 13, Caden Amano.
So, yeah, we think Neff is done here. That's the captain that is given away to Caden Monmouth.
You see him down there. It's Caden Monmouth, number 13 now, the center back stepping on for Ogden City. Here's a big switch looking for Velasquez, and no chance at it.
Goal kick, Ogden City.
What a gorgeous evening after the downpour. Some storms rolled through the Duke City earlier around 5. Some heavy rain delayed us actually here about 50 minutes. That's why the late start. Touche won the head, got a deflection. It should be Soul throw it. It's not. Lockwood will throw it in. Coming back is Vargas. He'll combine to the midfield. It's Farnsworth. Farnsworth tries to go on the left foot. He'll take a dump. Hernandez says, no way, that's too easy. What an ideal spot here for a free kick for Ogden City.
Take another look here as they were going sideways, Adam. And that's when slightest of contact there, but
that's soft.
Yeah, that's Neymar
That's
soft right
soft.
there. That's bad. But when you're the offensive player, I mean, you'd be a fool not to try it from a spot like that.
No doubt. I mean, you got to sell that, and that's, I mean, Farnsworth did his job. So it looks like Luis Vargas is going to stand over this one. Or is it Zachary Mas? It's going to be Vargas. And Vargas curls this one. Upper V, and he knocks it in. So Luis Vargas equalizes, and that's a gorgeous goal in the 21st minute.
And that's why, Adam, you sell that and you get that free kick from that spot right there, Adam. That is prime position. Let's take another look here. I mean, this was clinical. No chance.
And it curls away just like it should from Estrada. And what a goal. So we're level here in the 22nd minute. Noah Mesa in the 6th. In the 21st, it's Luis Vargas. One apiece.
And if you're a defender, you have to know a little better there, Adam, don't you? You don't want to give that away right there at the top of the box.
I think Farnsworth made it. I mean, he sold it the way he needed to. Where the ref was standing, it looked like more of a foul. You and I on replay obviously see that it wasn't. I don't know much else that Hernandez could have done defensively that would be different in that situation. I think it's just a really good dive, to be honest, by Farnsworth, as that's cleared by Trump, and they're going to say it's a corner kick. It's an awkward clearance.
Corner kick sold. Fans, when you need a corner to relax in, visit Wyndham Albuquerque Hotel and Conference Center located near Carlisle and I-40. Wyndham Albuquerque is the hotel partner of the Soul.
Touche, we're going to come up and join the fray here.
Well, he's fantastic in the air, isn't he? Number 25, and here, this sent in right on the PK spot, and it's cleared away. Falling will be able to get to it, and he can keep it quickly. There's Madrid.
Sorry, Adam, that was a beautiful clearance there because that one was falling right to the feet of a Soul poacher right there in front.
Mikowski will throw it in. Quick start over to Isaiah Madrid. Touch on the right foot. He'll swing it. Hernandez can switch it all the way to Velasquez. He'll use Urbani, the right back, first. There's Velasquez. Urbani is pushed all the way high. He wants to go one-on-one here, and it's good defending. It was a left back, Pemberton. Clears it away.
Take one more look at this corner. Take a look at 33. That's Jason Schmidt. And it would have fell to his feet. It was good defending there. Would have been dangerous. Ogden playing with just the two subs and another man down here.
They don't have any room. They only have one more substitute on the bench.
This could turn into a real battle of attrition here.
Caden Monmouth had to come in and center back.
Physical therapy. Make sure to visit Julie Holt at Langford Sports and Physical Therapy.
As Alexander Neff was injured. Doesn't look like Neff's making his way back, and now some cramping maybe here in the 25th minute, and it's 1-1.
See Quinn falling. Having a word with Matt Lockwood.
What kind of conversation do you think that was?
I don't know. Maybe Quinn was getting into his head a little bit about, losing two guys maybe.
That's miscleared. And then finally it was cleared. Good job by Zachary Moss. A switch all the way to the near side. Here's falling off the chest. He can go one-on-one if he wants. It's good defending. As Falling has to backtrack a little bit. Now trying to combine. Falling. Can he save it? He does keep it in play for a moment. And it trickles out of bounds. So it'll be a goal kick for Ogden City, who equalized in the 21st minute.
Fans, don't forget to check out the Soul's new and improved merchandise stand located near the front entrance. We're excited to announce our partnership with Ink Theory. Fans, we still have jerseys in all sizes, as well as the 2018 regular season scarf for sale this evening. Be sure to pick one up.
The head is back, and here's Vargas. Can he get a touch? Yes, the flag is up, though. He puts one in. The flag is up.
Offside.
And Ogden City's going to argue it. I don't think it can be offside.
It can't. That came off a defender's head.
It was headed, you're right, by, I believe, was it Alex Touche?
He's going to go talk to the assistant referee. Let's take another look here, as that was just a poor.
Vargas gets in behind. We'll take another look.
That's not going to be offside, I think.
Well,
that goal's going to stand. That's a defensive header back all the way.
And it's not offsides anyways, and it's a defensive header, and this should be a goal. They're giving it. They are absolutely giving it, and unfortunately is the Soul. I mean, it's a goal, Sebastian. I mean, we look at it clearly. It went off the head. It was onside for one.
Yeah.
For two, it doesn't matter if it was headed by the defender, and it was. And so Vargas gets his second goal, and just like that, Ogden City's on top, unofficially in the 27th minute.
And they're playing a chunk of this first half with 10 men, and the Soul really get caught there.
Wow. Well, it's a great job by our crew capturing that. We got to see it very clearly. And so it's 2-0. Falling takes it rough on his boot, and it's out of bounds for a throw-in. Special guest joining us now, Peter Trevisani, the brand new owner and president of USL New Mexico. We appreciate you coming up, spending some time with us.
Hey, thanks for having me in tonight.
You've been a busy guy. And I'm hearing you all over. You're making the media tour. You're all over the place. You're on the radio every other day. We're glad you can step by. I mean, how busy have you been with this whole process, putting it together as USL going to be here in New Mexico for the first time?
Oh, it's been great. It's full tilt all day long, and there's a lot of things we're trying to do and let people know we're here, educate them on the USL and pro soccer, and let them know that we're going to be here in March. Full tilt.
If you're just joining us, glad you can. I'm Adam Deal, now being joined by Peter Trevisani. He's the owner and president of USL New Mexico. It's 2-1. Ogden City get a couple right back as Noah Mesa started off the scoring in the 6th minute with a nice goal. A gorgeous free kick by Luis Vargas in the 21st minute, and then a big goal that was originally offsides and then correctly called back in the 27th minute. So that's our score right now, 2-1. Trying to combine in the midfield is Madrid. He'll go high, misses on sides. Can he finish it? And now the flag comes up a little bit late on that one. We'll get another look. But talk about your involvement. I mean, when were you sold on this, said, okay, this is something that I've got to do. This is something I got to be a part of?
Yeah, it was about a year ago that I just, this group came together, a lot of local businessmen. Everybody is from New Mexico, and when I left that meeting, I just felt like this is something that we need here that's going to have a great impact, not just in terms of the 90 minutes we're playing soccer on Saturday nights, but for the community all year long.
I heard a story you talked about. You never were a huge soccer fan or football fan, but you were in England during a World Cup, and you saw the passion, which obviously a lot of people who are English fans got to see that again. But you saw the passion there. As that's a nice little flick on, but offside's going to be called. So talk about that a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I grew up playing the other kind of football, the American football. And so, it was back in 1998 during the World Cup, right about now, 20 years ago. And I walked into a bar to watch England play Argentina. And when I walked in that bar, it was just packed. And I do remember I couldn't have been more of an outsider that night. I was an American, a foreigner. I didn't know much about the game, but for the next 90 minutes, I was shoulder to shoulder with all these English fans and supporters, rooting for the team. And from that moment on, I really was hooked on the game and hooked on the unity it brings to all different kinds of communities.
Here's Lockwood as he'll clear it away, and a missed touch there by Touche. It's headed forward. Urbani on the outside, control on the right foot. Again, 2-1 to score here in the first half, unofficially. in the 30th minute. Some room on the outside. It's the left mid, Zachary Moss. It's deflected out. It'll be a throw-in for Ogden City. When you're negotiating this, you're getting ready, you're trying to find out where to play. How did Isotope Stadium come up?
Oh, that was one of the easier things that we had to think about.
Yeah.
You look at Isotopes Park. It's such a beautiful park. One of not just the best in the state, but one of the best in the country. And so we knew that to bring the level of soccer we wanted, we had to be in the best park that we have. And so playing across the street from here at Isotopes Park is really the best place for us.
How about your first sign as well? I mean, it's a El Dorado Eagle. He was a fantastic player, been playing in the pros for a while now, Devin Sandoval.
Yeah, God, so excited. I was just spending some time outside the stadium before the game with his dad, Greg, and his whole family. So excited. But God, Devin is such an amazing player. He spent 4 years right down there on that field that we're looking at right now, and to be able to bring him home and have him be not just our first soccer player, but really the ambassador for us, I think really sets the tone for what we're going to be doing here. We're going to be building a team that's for New Mexico.
For those of you watching, just for a little tidbit here, our director, Jason Pohl, he played with Devin Sandoval, won a state championship at El Dorado, so fly, Eagles, fly. Shout out to him. 2-1, that's a score. Ogden City, they lead it. Seoul was on top in the 6th minute with Noah Messa's goal. It was answered in the 21st by a free kick by Luis Vargas, and then an offside goal called back in the 27th, and that's where we're at, 2-1. A lot of room on the outside for Alex Touche, the Albuquerque Academy native, tries to go high to Luke Lawrence, who's been red hot. So are you guys watching any of the Seoul players? Maybe potential there. I mean, how's that work?
Well, I'm watching Alex Touche because he's an intern with us, so
okay.
I get to see a lot of him on the field. I get a lot of him off the field, which is one of those outcomes we're looking at. But yeah, you look at right here, Isaiah Madrid,
he's
super
been
tough,
fantastic, hasn't he?
Great energy. I'm really excited to see him come try out for the team.
Yeah.
And Luke Lawrence and all these guys, just for them to know that there is an opportunity that they should keep working for, and if they want to make that dream come true, that's a possibility.
Here's a high ball to Farnsworth. He'll check back and keep the ball in the 33rd minute. Stolen away. Smith, now a combination with Urbani. It's been a bit sloppy here in the last moments as the Seoul had the lead. They gave it away up high. Luke Lawrence on a flick on was looking for Mason. It's deflected the other way. And back in the midfield again, it's Ogden City. Here's a combination looking for Vargas. Touche was there on the outside, the right back pushing high. And a lot of room for Lockwood as he curls one in, and it was dangerous for a moment, maybe more dangerous than it needed to be. It'll be a corner. So what kind of cool news do you have? I mean, I know the team name is coming, and there's been suggestions from fans, and so how are you piecing that together? When do you think we'll have a name, and can you tell us anything about that?
Yeah, well, we're getting pretty close. We've had hundreds of submissions and a lot of fun with that. And I think when we come out with our name, which will be shortly here, it's going to be something that really represents what we're trying to do, which is to bring this state together. And so, we'll be announcing our name as well as a crest and our colors probably within about a month. And so, we're super excited about that. And the other thing we've been doing is we've had some world-class coaches coming through New Mexico over the last month, and coaches who have coached and played in World Cups or with the men's national team and in the MLS. So I think what you're seeing is that even though we're here in New Mexico, we're getting the attention of coaches all over the world.
When you have tryouts, do you know when that'll be? Tryouts for a team?
I think, back in coming up most likely in November, we'll have some tryouts, and camp will start in January, early February, with the season starting on St. Patty's Day in March. So not too far out.
Here's a little bit of room. Farnsworth with a step over. He's top of the 18 and curls one high, and it's wide. And a big opportunity. Ogden City starting to take over on opportunities and possession here late in the half. Where can people get their season tickets? I know you guys are pushing that hard right now. You've got some great deals.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you go to www.uslnm.com, you can put a $25 deposit down, and that not only reserves a seat for you for season tickets, it gives you founder scarf that we're probably down to our last 100, and when they're gone, there won't be any more. So there'll be 750 of these founder scarves in New Mexico, and and I think over time people are going to be really proud that they have one.
Here's Quinn Falling on the right foot in a turn. A nice cut back on the Cruyff. The left back, Mikowski, has been quiet as Falling combines in the midfield this time with Smith. He's got a lot of room. Checking forward, it's Luke Lawrence. So good on his body as he gets it out to Velasquez, and he lost it under his feet. Quickly, here comes Ogden City on the counter, and they'll keep it the other way. So what are you guys working on right now as a team? I know you've got a staff. You have a whole sales staff. I mean, it's a whole operation. It's got to be brand new to you.
Yeah, it is, and that's a challenge and an opportunity. I think we're doing a lot of things our own way, not just the way every other team's built it. So we've actually secured both of our jersey sponsors, and we're going to be doing something that no other team in U.S. soccer is doing, which is we're going to actually have 2 jersey sponsors, one for our home games and one for our away games. And and so we're going to just look for creative ways to really build this team and build the base, and we're not afraid to try something new just because it hasn't been done before.
Well, we know everyone's behind you. I think the community's behind this, and I think everybody's excited for this. So stepping up big time. We appreciate you also coming on air with us tonight and talking a little bit. It's always fun to catch up, and this should be a good project.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me up. It's been the whole community has just been so terrific, so welcoming, so behind us from day one, and we're just chomping at the bit to keep building this and to get to March and get out and be doing what we're seeing right now, to see some great soccer.
All right, that's Peter Trevisani. He is the owner and president of the brand new USL New Mexico team. Again, thanks for stopping by, Peter.
Thank you.
So it's a Soul on top, trailing it 2-1. And Ogden City, they're getting more of the bulk of the possession here, aren't they, as of late?
Yeah, it's really turned around here as the game's been played on that half of the pitch. Do you think he's had any German coaches in town? He talked about coaches.
You hope so, right?
Yeah, I thought I saw someone that looked like Jurgen Klinsmann at the tailgate. I can only hope, as a German, that it was him.
Oh, yeah. We'll get Jurgen Klinsmann here. We should have asked him.
Yeah, I didn't want to ask.
Well, how about that, though,
German.
USL New Mexico? How exciting
yeah,
is that?
I'm excited. I know we're
year?
all excited, but even in the community, a lot of people talk about it already, and the models there in the USL for playing in minor league baseball parks, that's a great experience. So I think Isotopes Park will really add to that. I'm looking forward to it. I know. Can't wait for opening day.
By Lockwood. And then Falling was pushed from behind. Did he get the whistle? He didn't even get the whistle. Now up high to Luke Lawrence. And Lawrence has struggled a little bit, hasn't he?
One thing I'll say about Ogden, Adam, is physically they've gotten into the game a little bit here. They've kind of stepped up their physicality a little bit, and it's bothered the Soul in the last 15 minutes. And I did pay close attention to what Peter was saying about Isaiah Madrid, and isn't that what always stands out about Isaiah? The pace, the energy, the motor. So obviously he's noticed.
Very exciting. Big future, I think, for Madrid. A little bit of room here for Luis Vargas. Luis Vargas has been fantastic, by the way, hasn't he? As this is finally chipped away, and Luke Lawrence again can't control it. It's a great job by the center back, isn't it, Aaron Caprio? Because Luke Lawrence is a handful up there.
He usually wins those duels in the air just because of his physicality, but Caprio was right there with him.
Sliding as Urbani Velasquez tries to keep in the midfield. It's headed all the way to Pat Pacheco. He'll try to swing it. Here's Mikowski. He's got room. The left back was looking for Luke Lawrence on a check, and Lawrence a little bit upset with it as here's some room now for Ogden City. It was Connor Coletti, who's not small, by the way. Well, what a big answer by Ogden City. They lead it 2-1 here in the 40th minute. Imagine there'll be a little bit of stoppage time here in the first half, wouldn't you think, with a couple of injuries.
Absolutely. And again, if you're the Soul, you have to be scratching. This has been how your season has been going. You give up a goal on what was a pretty cheap foul at the top of the box, and then the second one on a header, a defensive header, that just went astray.
Well, here's some room for Mikowski. Mikowski cuts. Now going to use Madrid in the midfield. Wants to go one-on-one. Madrid's going to go on a left foot. Just curls it over. Maybe a bit ambitious.
Yeah, take one more look here.
Joe Hernandez, by the way, is checked in for falling on the outside as you see Madrid sail that one over. They're going to say it was a deflection, Sebastian. It's going to be a corner kick here.
Corner kick, Soul. Fans, when you need a corner to relax and visit Wyndham Albuquerque Hotel and Conference Center located near Carlisle and I-40.
Madrid's going to send that back post. Was looking for Luke Lawrence. Quick outlet.
Substitution for the Soul. Exiting the game, number 22, Jason Velasquez.
So they've switched falling to the far side now.
Entering the game for the Soul.
So Hernandez comes to the near side.
Jason Schmidt.
Here's a combination up high. Zachary Moss. Now Vargas. It's cleared away. Trump will
no
go
possession
out of his
here,
box.
Adam,
No.
for the Soul at all in
Yeah,
the
it
last
started
15
out
minutes.
with a heavy possession.
Fans, the Albuquerque Soul ask that you stay within the soccer complex. Fans, there's no reason to head over to the football stadium. They don't play for a couple more months. Hang out and help cheer on your Soul to victory.
Some room in the midfield. Coletti was turned over. Vargas couldn't handle it. Tried to do a give-go. Here's Madrid. Looking to cut. Finally does cut it. Trying to find Hernandez. Does finally combine with Hernandez. And now Madrid wants to go the other way. So classy, Madrid. Schmidt will try to switch it. Was looking to the outside for Quinn Falling, and it was miscleared, so it'll be a throw-in for the Soul.
You see Coach Sells trying to make those changes with Falling playing on that far side. Hernandez has come in. He's taking Falling's spot here
Lawrence
on
is
the near
head
side.
back. Here's Farnsworth now. Tough touch in front of him.
But Adam, in the last, I don't know, you want to call it 20 minutes, they've gotten absolutely zero service into Luke Lawrence.
I agree.
Fans, we're at the 43-minute mark. Official time will be kept on the field.
Madrid really hasn't had one of his patented takeaways and breakaways into the action.
Official time kept on the field. Here's Trump. Caprio tries to switch. That's a dangerous switch. He was headed forward. Urbani's touch was hard. It's out of bounds for a throw-in for the Soul. Not a lot of opportunities for the Soul as well.
If the Soul do not come away with 3 tonight, they're going to have to point to the first half, a majority of which Ogden played with 10, and they were still able to get the lead.
And to Luke Lawrence, can he flick it on? No. Trump is there. And this one all the way out on the far side of the field. So it'll be interesting to see if any changes are made strategically for Justin Sells as halftime approaching here.
I imagine we might see a Lucero maybe in the second half. We'll see.
Here's a good win by Pacheco. Aggressive as a center back needs to be. Isaiah Madrid goes all the way up to Pacheco and says, all right, let's try to keep it. Here's a ball to Hernandez. He pulls that down nicely. And Hernandez has a ton of speed. He'll get by one. Does he want to try to get by two? And he kind of just ran himself out.
Five, he was a starter. Yeah. But 2 went out, right? No, I see 2. No, 22.
Here's a combination by Vargas in the midfield. Coletti, a lot of time to the outside. Lockwood will keep it. Caprio. And this is chipped up, was looking for Vargas. This time the flag is up.
The interesting halftime talk from Justin Sells is really all the flow and possession has come out of this one in the second half of the first half.
We'll have some highlights for you. The halftime as it approaches. As this one was looking for Hernandez, can't get on the end of it. Now here's Madrid. Backtracks to Mikowski. Mikowski with some time. He's going to switch it. He's looking for Falling. It's a tough ball, and it was headed away. Ogden City's got to be happy with how they performed here in the first half, wouldn't you think?
They've done it with some physical defending, taking the ball away from the Soul. They've really denied any and all opportunities for them to get the ball to Luke Lawrence. They haven't really fallen prey to Isaiah Madrid's magic. They've really played well in the last 20 minutes of this half.
That's out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in. We've had a few minutes of stoppage time here.
With the injury on the field, you would have expected a few. But a third minute of stoppage time here, that should probably be pretty close to it.
There you go. End of the first half, it's 2-1. Ogden City on top. Highlights and more when you return. First, it's the top 10 plays of the week brought to you by Dreamstone.
He flies one in the air deep to left field. Back on the ball goes the left fielder. This ball is gone.
Boy.
Grady White ran out of room, and Marlowe has a 2. In the air, that's pretty well to right field, but it is going back, and it is over the head of Winter, and it's a home run. 3-run homer for Zach Gregory.
Scott, that looked like a high pop-up, and it just really carried out there.
Ball 2 strikes. That's in the air to left field. That one is going to be caught in left field. What a catch by Sean Newson. He dove after it and somehow got it in the leather. That is crazy.
This is taken over very nicely in that roll. Holbrook going to float it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cedric Johnson. The jump ball.
There's another drive to right field. He might have his 3rd, and it is gone.
Oh my gosh, 3rd home run. What a day this kid's having. This is Mickey Mantle type stuff. Ted Williams, Roger Maris, Willie McCovey. 3 home runs in 1 game.
7 RBIs, and he tattooed that one. He points up in the sky, and man, he just got around. Well, I guess he was greedy. He got around on it.
Elmore are in motion. Holbrook back to pass, plenty of time to the end zone. Elmore with a catch up and over for the touchdown.
And Baghdad pops it up to the left side. That's trouble. And did we make the catch? We're blinded. Yes, we did.
He did.
That was Diego Cortez, the shortstop.
And the shot, and it's in! It is in! Isaiah Madrid from way downtown, and it's 4-3. 3 straight goals for the Albuquerque Soul. And Rivas runs up, Lawrence, and Luke Lawrence is gonna shift out right. Speaking of, there's Noe Mesa on the right, gets it in, Lawrence! Rivas ahead to Mesa, flicks it forward, looking for Lawrence, and it bounces favorably. Luke Lawrence, shot, and it's even! 3-3. Luke Lawrence with the hat trick.
And in Dominic Bramante's 4th season, the Duke City Gladiators are the champions of the CIF.
It's Soul Soccer time.
And it's Luke Lawrence, and he's going to put in the equalizer. He is on fire, and there's the man.
A little shake. Isaiah!
What a save!
Ball into the cutback of the left foot, and he drills it.
Albuquerque Soul. We are Soul.
Back to it. Glad you could join us here. Adam Deal along with Sebastian Noel. First half highlights as Ogden City leads at 2-1 over the ABQ Soul. And let's get straight to it. Early opportunity. Vargas clinks that off the post. He wasn't done though, was he, Sebastian? Through ball to Noah Mesa in the 6th minute and a little chip He says, hello, how do you like that? It's 1-0 Soul on top. Things looking good. Their possession fantastic. Then the game changes a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was all downhill from there. I think Ogden really got into things. They started getting a little more physical. I mean, this was just as good of a free kick as you're going to take up per V here. No chance on what was a very soft or not a foul at all when we looked at it on replay. But you got to sell that when you're the offensive player because you're going to take a kick from a perfect spot. Here's a chance maybe to equalize.
This was deflected.
If that falls to Schmidt, Adam, it's in the back of the net, no doubt.
And then watch this. This is a defensive header by Schmidt. Vargas gets through, a little flick on. It was originally called offsides. You see there for one, he's not offsides for two. It's a defensive header by Schmidt. So Vargas, the goal counts. The official goes and confirms with the linesman, and they get the call right, Sebastian. And so that's where we're at, 2-1 the score. As we'll pause here, we'll return in just a moment. You're watching ProView Sports Network.
Wondering if you can afford the ring of her dreams? At Crown Jewels & Coin, we actually double the diamond for what you would pay at a chain store. Trade in your old jewelry towards GIA certified diamonds. Choose from a large selection of settings featuring Veragio. We can customize a design and offer no credit check 2-year interest-free financing. Get more than you ever thought possible here at Albuquerque's family jeweler for over 50 years. Crown Jewels & Coin, for all you treasure. 3248 San Mateo at Kruger's Corner.
The Barley Room, proud sponsor of ProView Networks for over 9 years, is pleased to introduce Black Iron Catering. From weddings and family reunions to birthdays and office parties, Black Iron Catering is perfect for any event. Contact Jamie at 505-459-8259 and book your event today. Black Iron Catering. Let us bring our kitchen to you.
Terry Cosper Insurance Agency is a proud partner with ProView Networks and a proud supporter of New Mexico high school athletics. Terry's been a local farmer's agent for over 20 years for auto, home, life, and business insurance. Just like high school sports are important, so are teen drivers. For more information, call Terry or one of his licensed staff members at 898-5556. Quotes are available for you.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
The service department at Gala Chevrolet is clean, modern, and ready for you. Our master technicians service every make and model, including certified service on any GM vehicle. Service done right the first time, every time, right here at the all-new Gala Chevrolet. At Gala Chevrolet, our master technicians service every make and model no matter where you purchase your vehicle. But that's not all. We also provide certified service on every GM model. So if your car's been acting a little funny lately or something just doesn't seem right, don't wait. Bring it in to the most modern service facility in the entire state and let us make sure that you're driving a vehicle you and your family can depend on. Service done right the first time, every time, right here at the all-new Gala Chevrolet.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a #1. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales. Car Crafters, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that could happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened? Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
As one of the only locally owned businesses in Albuquerque, Gala Chevrolet understands the importance of giving back to our community. And you'll feel good knowing the money you spend here helps make this a better place to live. Support the dealership that supports Albuquerque, the all-new Gala Chevrolet. As one of the only locally owned dealerships in Albuquerque, Gala Chevrolet understands the importance of giving back to our community. After all, we're not a franchise dealership or some corporate-owned conglomerate. We're a local business working hard to make this a better place to live. That's why you'll feel good knowing the money you spend here stays here and supports a long list of community organizations like the police.
One against Ogden City. Adam Deal, Sebastian Noel here with you as a goalie change for the Albuquerque Soul. No more Eric Estrada. And it looks like Casey Gasson is going to step in goal.
Yeah, that's a little curious. The only change in goal there. That's a little curious. I didn't think Estrada had a bad first half. That set piece, Adam, was just stellar to the upper V. Nothing Estrada could do about that. But I thought maybe we'd see some changes in the midfield.
Well, let's see if the Soul have figured out maybe some possession and can build better attacks here. I would imagine maybe Isaiah Madrid gets a little bit more aggressive here offensively in the second half, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, they got to get something going. And we'll see how Gasson bounces back, because he certainly did struggle his last time out, Adam.
He did. Ended up giving up a PK in a questionable spot last week.
Number 28, Casey Gasson.
So here we go. Half number 2 is Luke Lawrence checking, was unable to control it. Falling. Had that taken away from him. Tough tackle by Urbani. And then Urbani will try to keep it in the midfield. Here is Madrid. He's got a lot of room. Madrid to Luke Lawrence, and that's from behind. I would imagine the card's got to come out here, Sebastian.
If that's the same player that he warned in the first half.
I don't know how a card isn't coming out.
Yeah, I mean, just right through the back of Luke Lawrence there.
I mean, it went straight through him.
Yeah, and for Santos not to pull the card there, it's a little questionable.
Chipped in Flicked on, and it's over the goal. Luke Lawrence.
Goal kick, Ogden City.
I think if you start to see Madrid come forward a little more centrally, a chance to get it out wide to Urbani, maybe play through the right. Didn't really get Urbani involved that much in the first half.
Pacheco at halftime, Sebastian just told everyone that this will be his last year playing at this level of soccer. He will move on. He's always been a great member of this Albuquerque Soul team since the inception, actually. That was given away in the midfield, and here's Vargas, who checks back, who's got 2 goals.
Local product from Taos, Adam, is Cowboy Pat Pacheco. And he's always a blast to talk to. And we mentioned last week, we kind of talked about it. I really think when he's done playing at whatever level he's playing at, you're going to see him in the coaching business for sure. He really knows the game.
Here's that foul earlier. I mean, a slide from behind. How's the card not come out?
Yeah, not much on the ball there at all. But just to finish up on Pacheco, I wouldn't be surprised if he's involved coaching in some way at either on this team or somewhere else when he's done playing.
Well, that was Caden Monmouth who won the original tackle, and then forward Carlos Becerra called on the foul. Falling to the outside, Urbani's got plenty of speed. Does he want to curl one in? He does, and it's cleared away immediately.
Kind of lost his footing there.
Here's a throw. This is in a dangerous spot to Luke Lawrence. Had it poked away from him. Here's Urbani. Urbani on the right foot. Does he want to go one-on-one? He tries to throw it through the legs of Peyton Pemberton, and Pemberton, good defense.
Wyndham Albuquerque Hotel and Conference Center, located near Carlisle and I-40. Wyndham Albuquerque is the hotel partner of the Soul.
The officials warned a couple Ogden players that, hey, this is the last time, so they have to be a little more careful. They've been pretty physical.
Falling's going to send this one all the way through. No one's home. Nice touch on the dispossession, and it's Madrid, a little move. Madrid tries to put one in the box, and it was deflected. Good defending again, and that's what Ogden City has been. They've been physical, and they've been solid in the back, haven't they?
Absolutely. They've just knocked a couple of Soul players off the ball today. That's
looking for Falling. Couldn't get onto it as it skips by. It'll be a goal kick.
Goal kick, Ogden City.
Second ball, Touche on the missed clearance. Here's Vargas. He's been brilliant. Vargas weaving in and out. Finally, it's cleared away by Touche. Not all the way, though, and the rip going to sail over by Becerra.
Sloppy defending there again, Ogden. That's what they have to try to take advantage of, as Pacheco really didn't clear it. And that led to that shot.
It was a deflection Becerra took. So Farnsworth will try to in-swing this on the left foot. He does, nice and low. Cleared away. Backtracking is Vargas, or near side, excuse me, is Vargas. Look at that trap. He has been smooth. Chip into the box. That's dangerous. That's flicked on and scored. A gorgeous goal. Vargas has an assist. And how about that finish by Becerra? Wow.
It was developing all the way, Adam, and you could see exactly what it was going to be. It was an aerial ball in the air. It was going towards that corner, but still nothing Gasson could do about it.
I'll tell you what, Vargas, everything he did right. The trap, the ball that was sent in.
Goal assist to number 9, Skylar
Carlos Becerra.
was assisted by number 11, Luis Vargas.
excuse me, it was Skylar Milne who finished it.
But yeah, Vargas really on the build-up. Just beautiful play there.
Well, let's take a look.
Yeah, he did most of the heavy lifting, but there you see that ball. Just a beautiful assist there. In the upper V, nothing Gasson could do. It was slow developing all the way.
I mean, that's a great goal. We actually don't have who the goal scorer is, Sebastian.
Yeah, we'll look at it one more time here.
It was not Milne. It was number 12.
Yeah, that's
we'll
what
get
it
it for you. What a goal it was, though.
Yeah,
3-1. Well, the Soul have their work cut out for them now. Urbani, can he get to the end of this? No.
So we might have brothers on this team. That looked like that was Mason Farnsworth at the end of that goal. We'll get another look at it here in a minute. But that was a beautiful job finishing.
Here comes Miguel Lucero. He'll check in for the first time for the Albuquerque Soul. And what a goal by Mason Farnsworth to make it 3-1. And Vargas, he's got 2 goals and an assist, and he's had quite a night, huh?
Absolutely.
Exiting the game, number 9, Luke Lawrence.
So Lawrence checks out. Lucero's going to check in.
Checking in for the Soul.
We thought we might see a Lucero in the second half.
Lucero.
So here's Noah Mesa. He's been quiet since his goal, Mesa, hasn't he?
You got some options here from this spot, though.
I was surprised if you're going to send one in. There's just a couple of Soul members in the box.
Yeah, I'd like to see some more going forward. Madrid's getting pushed in the chest right now. No one has spotted it.
And Mesa's going to try to put this in the box. It's deflected right back out to him. A little move to try to buy some time. And again, Ogden City's so good defensively. As Vargas can't win the second ball. Lucero's first touch of the game. Going to send it out wide to Hernandez.
Well, and now with the 2-goal advantage, Adam, their mission is even more clear. They're just going to be back defending. They've done a nice job defending. You saw a ton of bodies there behind the ball. And I imagine we're going to see that for the rest of the way.
Here's Madrid, a little stutter. Madrid going to slide this one through, looking for Hernandez. And through ball, as it was pretty successful early for the Soul in the first half, hasn't been as of late. Alex Touche wins the high ball. Ugly touch from the outside back, Matt Lockwood. Combination Vargas. Now playing with a little bit more confidence, Ogden City, wouldn't you say? The ref's going to say, up you go. Nice move by Falling. Can the Soul counter now? That was red, cleared away.
Just too lazy of a pass there to Madrid. An easy step up there from Coletti to get into that lane, into that space.
Coletti, not any reference to ProView's very own Scott Galletti, right?
Well, no. This guy's athletic. Good idea
Here's
there.
a tough ball, and that is sent in, and Casson lost it. It was dangerous for a moment.
Yeah, that could have been a disaster. We had those 2 goals that ended up happening because of rebounds at St. Pius, and we almost saw a flashback of that. Good idea to get it in quick.
Mesa, Falling, Schmidt. Now Pacheco can switch it. Bad touch in the middle by Lucero. Quickly, here comes Ogden City. with some room. Foul's going to be called. It's a big spot again, Sebastian. It's going to go against Smith. It's been a bit sloppy for Albuquerque Soul tonight.
It's a little further back than the one they converted, but it's same angle.
I'd like to thank the Soul president, Larry Espinosa, done a fantastic job this season. Of course, Ron Patel now working with the U.S. Soul, excuse me, the USL New Mexico. Started the Soul with this bending by Vargas and a good save by Garcon.
Take another look here. Milne step right over. It's a good ball from Vargas.
It's a good save.
Corner kick, Ogden City.
And this is going to be sent in PK spot and headed over the goal. Farnsworth, another big spot. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and the Frontier Restaurant. 4 locations. Also like to thank Garden Swartz Team Sales. And Wyndham, give them a call, 505-855-6117. All proud supporters.
It's where champions stay, Adam. Did you know?
Absolutely. It's a good move there by Schmidt to dispossess. Hernandez pokes it too far. And it has just been a sloppy type game, hasn't it?
Which has been to Ogden's benefit. I think that's been their strategy, is to kind of get it to that sloppy state, maybe play a little more physical. It's definitely benefited them. Now they have the lead. Now they can defend.
This was given up in the midfield. There is some room for Mesa, and maybe a bit ambitious there. Or was that actually Isaiah Madrid?
Madrid's had a couple that he's let rip from maybe just outside his range.
Fans, tonight's match sponsor is USL New Mexico. Let's unite at Isotopes Park in March 2019 to show the world how dedicated New Mexico is to the beautiful game. Ticket deposits are on sale now. Visit uslnm.com/tickets to reserve.
Here's the head one by Smith. Second ball sent forward, looking for Vargas. Too high on the outside. It'll be a throw in for Albuquerque Soul. Urbani. Here's Smith. Going to go high, looking for Falling. Coletti was there. Falling, chasing. It's dangerous as Trump just has to get rid of it. Overlapping on the outside, some room for Pemberton. Look at this, Farnsworth with a Meg. Farnsworth is going inside. Last moment, it was stripped away by Urbani. Nice play, though, by Farnsworth. Here's Vargas, had that deflected out for a corner. And Ogden City continue to press here on top 3-1.
That was nice work by Farnsworth there.
Ogden City.
This is sent in back post, headed back across the box, and Smith gets rid of it. High as Isaiah Madrid, he'll chase. '62nd minute. No signs of life right now for the Soul. Need something to change this game, Sebastian.
You get some possession together here, keep the ball.
It's a big touch in the midfield. Onside? No, they're going to say offsides. I thought that the timing of the run was right there for Farnsworth. Or was it Vargas? It was actually Vargas.
Farnsworth has been a very good sub. We believe that was him that got on the end of that third goal, and he's been a difference.
Here's a move on the outside. That's sent across. No one home, though. No one crashed in the box. Falling going to try to combine. Lucero chips one in. It's deflected. Lucero has to pull it back down. Out to Urbani. Makes a move. Makes another one. Urbani beats two. Out to Falling. He's going to put it in. Nice and low across, and it's cleared away. Well, finally, an attack. But the Soul can't punch it in.
And I think that was Schmidt on the end of that ball again, Adam. So from the practice field to, we haven't seen a lot of him. Well, he's been all over the action today. He assisted that goal in the first half.
Falling going to send this top of the box. It's headed down. Ogden City will be able to clear it, keep possession. That's stolen away. Here's some room. And a foul's going to be called. And look at this spot. You would have to imagine that Isaiah Madrid's going to take this here.
Free kick, Soul.
As Mikowski was dumped.
You can't really argue that if you're Ogden, because they got a really cheap one on this end in the first half.
Quick was Isaiah Madrid trying to catch Trump off guard, but he was there. It might have. It was just right at him.
There you see on the quick restart. Yeah, I think if he picks the other side there, maybe he catches him.
Urbani, tough clearance. He'll be able to chase it down, though, here. Look at Vargas. He's going to go win this. Vargas is in the box now. Vargas chips it in. Gasson tipped it away. Free ball. It's loose. PK spot, and it's finally cleared by Alex Touche of the counter. Quickly the other way. Racing towards it. It's Madrid, and Madrid's going to go down to the box. Is he going to get the call? Yes. Is it in the box? If so, it's a PK.
He's going to have to really rely on his assistant referee here because he was so far away. It looked like that was in the box.
They're trying to say it's in the box.
They got to talk about this because the referee was so far away.
He was way away, so it has to be the AR. The AR is going to know.
Yeah, Santos has to go over to Josh Moorhead, who's the AR on our side here.
See if we could see.
First glance, it looked like it was in the box. Let's see. Ooh, that's close. As close as it's going to get, Adam.
I think it's going to be right. I think they got it right.
Yeah.
I think it's closer to the box than where they have it right now. Mez is standing over it. Madrid is there as well. This has to be on frame, you would imagine. Mez is going to take it and sails it over.
They needed one there after Ogden almost got their fourth. Gasson, the rebound has been his nemesis this year, and he let the ball trickle away there, but Touche able to get a quick clearance that led to it, the action the other way. Just have to capitalize on those chances. How good has Vargas been?
Look at this. This is dangerous. That gets all the way through as Gasson comes out. Able to make the grab, but it looked for a moment that Farnsworth was going to have his second. It's a nice move on the outside. And here's a switch looking for Falling, easily brought down by Pemberton. Farnsworth to Vargas. Vargas will try to switch it. Here's Hernandez. And it's out for a throw-in.
They just haven't been very connected on the midfield today, Adam. That's what they've done so well the last few matches, but the accuracy hasn't been there today. The possession in the middle hasn't been there.
And the 2018 regular season scarves for sale tonight.
Well, that was lost to the midfield. Madrid tries to cut, and it was taken away. It's a good ball to Farnsworth. Going to switch it. That's onside, Sebastian. And there's some room here. Tough first touch. Here's a left-footed shot. Gasson's all over that one, though. Crowd has gotten a bit quiet here in the 68th minute. This is sent forward. I think Touche is going to be called. And he is. And then a little scuffle. Touche says, hey, you know what? Get up, Vargas. And Vargas.
Well, Vargas has done that a couple of times where he's kind of just run right along with the defender and kind of just brought the defender down a little bit and trying to get the call. And this is the third time, and this is the first time the official's fallen for it.
Let's take a look at it again.
Just watch the run, and then watch that arm. Tough to see there. But Vargas has done that a few times where they're running right side by side.
You sure that's 12 coming in? Yeah.
Velasquez steps in for the Soul. Who's going to have a go here? Is Vargas going to have one? He does. Vargas, and Gasson makes another good save. And that was brilliantly placed.
That right ankle healed so quickly. Vargas had a pretty nice shot at that.
He did. Pemberton going to send that one in, and it's cleared off for a moment. Vargas steps in front. Pemberton, he's going to go down to the box, and here's a counter. Soul have numbers up forward. It's 4-on-4. Madrid's going to swing it around. Here's Hernandez. Hernandez with a combination, and it's out in front. Urbani's here. Urbani's going to send that. That's a gorgeous ball, and it's headed. Falling, just missed it. The left foot breaking back in. Here's Hernandez, top of the 18's, going to keep it. Now Smith, he wants a right footer, and he sails it over.
Carpio did a beautiful job defending that cross, as that was right on target there. It was going to fall right to an easy goal, but Carpio at the last minute stepped in there.
That's fine. It's too late now.
20 minutes and some change for the Soul. They trail at 3-1. Urbani comes back to win it. Malik Powell, by the way, has just checked in. That was turned over. Here comes Ogden City. They have been so good defensively. And it's starting to frustrate this Soul team.
Substitution for the Soul, exiting the game, number 5, Thomas Mikowski. Entering the game for the Soul, number 12, Malik Howell.
Battle in the midfield as Schmidt's going to win it. Touche trying to combine with Lucero. He'll get it back and he'll swing it around. Touche going to go high. I was looking for Hernandez and it was given away. Here's some room for Ogden City. Look out, top of the 18. Now Vargas on the right foot puts this one over. But still again threatening.
I think, Adam, that was a instance there where Vargas saw his hat trick and he skied it. Because that was a golden opportunity for someone of that caliber.
That's a good cutback. And the Soul are going to appeal, and they're going to get the foul right at the edge of the box. It's a tough angle to get a shot on frame here.
Fans, this free kick is brought to you by Alaska Airlines, partner of the Soul and sponsor of the Hometown Hero.
Well, Lucero and Falling are over it. Falling is saying, all right, let us get going here. We're wasting time.
Yellow card assessed to number
74th minute. And Quinn Falling going to get the card for dissent as he sends one in, and that's flicked on and just wide. I believe it was Alex Touche who got on top of it. Let's see. It's a great ball by Falling. Yeah, Touche with the head. Somehow the Soul going to get a corner out of it. Madrid's going to go take it.
And Howell, who's just come on, he's got quite the international resume, Adam. He's came over from Jamaica. Some time on the U17 CONCACAF, on a team that ended up going to the World Cup.
That's quite a ball to the outside. Hernandez, overlapping run. Falling, coming around. Slid. Great tackle. And that's been the story. Ogden City's defense has been so impressive, starting to frustrate the Soul.
He represented Jamaica in the U20 qualifiers, 3 caps there.
It's fantastic. Nice move by Smith. Here's Madrid. Madrid on a cut. Does he want to go on the left foot? Patient now, Madrid. He'll swing it. He's looking for Falling. Falling does keep it in. Here's a shot, and that's missed wide. A huge opportunity. Watch it again. As Madrid was able to build the attack. Man, and I think Meza wants that one back.
So yeah, the time-wasting yellow came out for the keeper there.
Head is won by Touche. Or Bonnie, it looked like he wasn't even going for the ball on that one. And it'll be a free kick for Ogden City.
Due to technical difficulties, official time will be kept on the field.
Yeah, definitely no play on the ball there.
Who got the cards? What are you pointing at? The goalie for that. Okay, thank you. That'd be perfect. Okay.
3-1, Ogden City on top. They added another one here in the second half after being up 2-1 at halftime. It was a gorgeous play, gorgeous header for Mason Farnsworth. Outside. Here's Mesa. Controls it. Going to get it back. Howell's on the outside. Howell's going to send one in, and it's off the side of his foot. It'll be a goal kick. Starting to run out of time.
Given the malfunction, should I zero it out, you think? Or just leave it 7 points? Just leave it there.
Farnsworth, or was it Milne? It was Milne won the first. Vargas on the outside now. Vargas going to go left-footed and didn't get all of that, did he?
Vargas has been pretty aggressive looking for that third. Where he skied that one off the instep. There he went with the left. This Howell is going to be a freshman at UNM this year, Adam. First look at him all year.
Hopefully that sticks, huh?
Yeah.
Obviously, UNM will get some news this next week about sport being cut or not.
He participated in the Kickstart Clinic, which is hosted by Man City, where he drew some attention from Chelsea and Man City. He was actually named one of 6 outstanding players in that Kickstart Academy.
There's a foul on the outside.
So quite the international resume for Howell here at UNM, hopefully in an upcoming season. Those international caps for Jamaica under his belt already as well.
Well, it's big experience for him. It's going to be sent in by Falling. Urbani, can he control? He's going to try to put it back in. Urbani does, and Trump has no problems with that as it goes to the ground. And another opportunity wasted as we enter the 80th minute.
It was a nice cross and a good idea, but Trump was right there to meet it. No one really came crashing too aggressively towards it, though.
That's won by Vargas, flicked on. Gasson will come out. He'll make the grab. He'll swing it out to Hal on the near side. And here in the 80th minute, the Soul got to get to work. They trail it 3-1. Season ender. Urbani forward. That was left nicely by Madrid. Chasing was messy. He couldn't get there.
Wasn't a bad idea at all in the back heel, but Becerra Gomez stepped right in there.
There's a lot of room for Farnsworth here. He'll chip it in. He's looking for Vargas on the head. He's offsides. Vargas still looking for that hat trick. He does have a piece in all of the goals. He's got 2 goals and an assist. This is through too far for Madrid. And then Madrid was shoved over. He got into it with the keeper. He was just pushed over.
And I really didn't see the goal kick signaled yet, and then the other player pushes him over. Yeah, just 2 hands right in the chest there.
Flick onto the near side, Urbani. Lost it. Too much on it. Really good job, again, defensively by Pemberton. Here's Vargas. Vargas. Does he have an angle? Vargas a little cut. It's good defensive play by Pacheco. Excuse me, it was Howell. And now a corner coming here for Ogden City, slowing this game down in the 82nd minute.
You see even there the work that Vargas did against 3.
This floated up. Touche going to get the first head on it. Not cleared away good, but here's the hit. Nice and low. Right to Gasson.
And Vargas was able to get past the first 2, and then Howell just was able to get in there.
Pemberton had it poked away. Coletti tries to clear it. It's won by Lucero. Second ball, Madrid. Urbani will throw it in now.
What's been impressive about Vargas is he's had to do a lot of that work up top himself, Adam. They've sent some help occasionally, but a lot of instances it's just been him.
Well, here comes Marcus Lucero. He'll check on for the first action in tonight's game. It's a good cut. It's both Luceros on. That's Miguel Lucero. And now Madrid. He's got room now. Madrid with some space, going to send it in. No one crashing the goal.
Substitution for the Soul.
As that play was developing, you saw what Madrid was going to be able to do, but no one really crashing to that far post there. They've just been a little out of sorts today, haven't they?
Checking in for the Soul.
Ever since the goal was scored in the 6th minute, I think things were going smooth maybe for another 10 minutes after that, Sebastian. But around the 20th minute, Ogden City is taking control of this game.
And I'll tell you what, Vargas is gassed. He went down a little bit there, stretched it out. Soul player, I think it was Touche that came over and helped him stretch it out a little bit, but he's put in a lot of miles. And then Vargas is going to come off here. So, yeah, he's certainly done the job. The 2 subs they came with, I don't see him on the bench, so we'll just go with 10 here.
Vargas will come off, and look at this. This gets in behind, and here's the right-footed shot, and it's saved by Gasson.
Nice save in the end as he was almost caught in between.
Gasson has come up with a few good saves here in this half. Tough to see from that angle. Short corner. This is sent in on the left foot. A rebound. Given up. Farnsworth almost had another. 1,346 people have come out tonight, and that's going to be a foul. It's going to be on Falling.
And trying to thread it through to Madrid. If it's Falling, it's his second.
And Falling picks up the
yellow. One for
dissent,
Adam.
Absolutely, and
Yellow card assessed to number 2.
well, the red should come out. I don't know if the official realizes that's his second yellow.
Falling knows it, but I don't think the official does.
Well, now he does. Here comes the red right now. And there it's been shown right there. And Falling day is done, and well, season is done. And the Soul, not the ending that they wanted tonight, huh, Sebastian?
Absolutely not. Started promising.
This is going to be sent in to Farnsworth, who was offsides. Vargas shot it wouldn't have mattered. Quick start by Gasson. That's taken away. Foul's going to be called as that's chipped in. It was a gorgeous chip in from the distance, but first foul. Howell on a quick start.
1,346. Fans, we thank you for your support of your Albuquerque Soul.
Here's Farnsworth. That's on sides. Farnsworth to Farnsworth. Trying to go negative and a Bangu pass, and then Vargas rips one after he's called for a foul. And so Ogden City still on top by 2, but pressing, aren't they?
You can see Vargas is laboring, but he's back out there limping around. You play alone up top like that, you're going to put in a lot of running.
So here comes Charles Touche.
So we have both sets of twins in right now. Lucero twins are both in.
Uh-huh.
Touche twins are both in.
Right. That's got to equal something good, right?
Let's hope.
Here's a touch by Lucero to Madrid. Back to Lucero. Swung around.
Substitution for the Soul. Exiting the game.
Lucero.
Number 19, James Urbani.
Couldn't be saved.
Checking in for the Soul. Number 8, Charles Touche.
That was headed, flicked on. It'll be Gasson who saves it from going out, trying to get a quick start. Hal on the near side. Soul need a miracle here, running out of time. It'll be stoppage time, but I wouldn't imagine a lot. Here's Charles Touche. Wins it back. A little move. Touche is doubled. Hal a quick throw in. It's Madrid. And Madrid's touch was way out in front of him, but it was regained and then poked away again. Here's Milne. Scrappy defense Ogden has been, huh?
It's been the difference when they've been able to take the ball away.
Touche's left foot, just gonna miss.
Charles Touche.
And Sebastian, this one was just about a foot off frame.
You kind of saw some defenders just observing there.
Alex Touche wins the header. It's out of bounds. Well, we've just entered the 90th minute. We'll see how much stoppage time as Ogden City try to pull 3 points on their finale here on the road. Trump will clear that out of play.
It looks like Vargas is down again on that far side.
Well, he's put in the work, no doubt. I'd like to thank State Farm Insurance agents Marty Seiss, Michelle Rudolph, and Art Sandoval, all proud supporters of Provia Networks. Also, Sadie's. You can visit them on 4th Street, wear your youth athletic jersey, and eat free off the kids' menu. It's at Sadie's. The Barley Room. Great food, great music, great drinks, all at the Barley Room. And Dream Style Remodeling, proud supporters of the top 10 plays of the week here on Provia Sports Network. Added time here as Gasson will send this high to Charles Touche. Lucero, tough touch in front of him. Pemberton, and he's going to go. Pemberton puts this in from distance. Gasson was way off his line, and that surely does it.
Gasson was just way out of his goal there as he was trying to add to the attack, and then he just didn't get back in time. No rush to get back, and an easy one. They just had to gather and then chip the keeper.
Madrid's going to earn a corner.
Corner kick Soul.
What a wild goal that was. don't think you'll see that very often. As here comes a corner. Madrid, Touche wins the header. Trump able to jump on top of it. Let's take a look at that goal again.
Certainly not the way you want to end your season here.
Look at Pemberton, the awareness. I mean, that's about 65 out. Four to 1 the score. Lucero. Now Hal. I'd like to thank Maddox Management. You could visit them, maddoxmanagement.com. Give them a call, 505-242-0989. As there is the final whistle. 4 to 1.
Ogden City 4, your Albuquerque Soul 1.
That's the final. Step aside real quick. When we return, we'll go over the goals, go over the highlights, finish it off here. Back in a moment. Gecko's Bar and Tapas, a proud supporter of ProView Networks. It's been a fan favorite spot for food lovers and sports fans. With not one, but two great locations, including outdoor patio, an atmosphere you won't want to miss. Gecko's, off Academy and in Nob Hill.
When I train for American Ninja Warrior, I schedule regular workouts to stay in shape.
To keep my car in Ninja Tough shape, I head to a Napa Auto Care Center for regular maintenance and genuine Napa Auto parts.
Like brakes and batteries.
I trust my Napa Auto Care Center for quality parts and quality service.
And with the 24-month,
Well, back to it here at the University of New Mexico in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'd like to thank Car Crafters, proud supporters of ProView Networks with 4 great locations in Albuquerque, 2 in Rio Rancho. Also like to thank Napa Auto Care Center, 6 great locations across the metro area. Well, let's go over some highlights, Sebastian. There were goals tonight, but not many for the Soul, as this was Vargas, took that off the post. Little did he know he was going to have a bigger night. Mesa, with a gorgeous through ball, was able to finish this one to the back of the net. A little chip. It's 1-0 in the 6th minute. You're thinking, all right, everything's going smooth for the Soul, right? Well,
and then it's when it all changed, Adam.
This is as good as it gets. The free kick by Luis Vargas, that equalizes the game in the 21st minute. And then in the 27th minute, Vargas was originally called offsides. Or excuse me, first the Soul get an opportunity. Smith was waiting there. It was cleared. And then this.
Pemberton did a beautiful job defending today. Should be added, as he's the one that cleared that.
Vargas was called offsides, but the official get together with the linesman, and they get the call right. He was not offsides. It was headed back by Smith. And so there's Vargas' second goal of the game in the 27th minute. So it's 2-1 at the half. Look at this header. Coming off the bench, Farnsworth, and Mason Farnsworth puts it away. Pemberton, just for good measure, catches Casey Gasson off the line and puts one in, and so there you go. That's your final 4-1. Final thoughts on the season for the Albuquerque Soul?
Certainly not the way they wanted to end it. They've been playing really well as of late, but kind of a microcosm of the season, leaving some chances on the field. But a sour note to what otherwise has been a pretty good month towards the end of the season here, and just a happy good luck to Pat Pacheco, of course, wherever he goes. So he announced at halftime that this will be it for him with the Soul, so good luck to Pat. I know he's always a pleasure to talk with.
Like to thank the crew, our camera crew, Jude Apodaca, William Powell, Ron Molina doing a great job, Josh Brown on graphics and instant replay tonight, and Jason Poole, your director. For Sebastian Noel, I'm Adam Deal saying so long. Ogden City get the win tonight, 4-1. The Soul finished 3rd in the Mountain Division, and that's the season here in 2018. Don't forget to check on ProViewNetworks.com as we get ready for high school action, as high school sports heating up here in the next month. We appreciate you joining us tonight. For the entire crew, Adam Deal saying so long on ProView Sports Network.
Soul Soccer time.